Uh, who am I going with? Kurt Schilling. Against. Oh my God. Well. The computer says I should go with Clay Buchholz. I don't like Clay Buchholz. We're going to go with John Lester. Let's see if I can mess up this lineup. Talk amongst yourselves. Get to know each other a little bit. Every little thing is going to be all right. Da 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 da. No. All right, catcher. Ah. Other choices are bad and terrible. Third base, not Iglesias. Will Middlebrooks against. Oh my God. All right, I'll bat you ninth. Shortstop, left field, catcher. Ah. That is the cleanest shaved picture I've ever seen of Johnny Gomes. Shortstop. And Salty behind the plate. Every little thing gonna be Jason Varitek at 10 stolen bases for the 2004 Red Sox. Would you believe that? Who's gonna bat second? No, I didn't want Manny Ramirez. I mean, I do, but I don't. Batting fifth. Third base.
Play ball.
All right, thanks, Rico. All right, and you too. So hopefully people will come back for game 2, but you'll catch it later on. All right, going to go live. We're going to go back here in a second. So a couple seconds of silence. The following is a presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and future. And why, hi there, everybody. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to another Retro Sports Network Birthday Bash special, where tonight I play the two teams that I loved the most in my lifetime, the 2004 Boston Red Sox and the 2013 Boston Red Sox. Of course, you know, why 04? They were the first Red Sox team in my lifetime to break through and win the World Series. And the 2013 Red Sox actually clinched the thing at home. So buckle up and enjoy. If you don't like the Red Sox, this isn't the video for you. But if you like championship Red Sox baseball, this is for you. And so, on a beautiful night at Fenway Park, the computer will play the 2004 Red Sox. I will play the 2013 Red Sox. And John Lester is on the mound. 213 in the third innings, 209 hits. He went 15-8 in that championship season with a 7.5 ERA, 19 homers, 67 walks, and 177 strikeouts. And this will be the lineup he'll face. Johnny Damon will lead off in center field for the Red Sox. Kevin Millar will play first and bat second. Manny Ramirez, a left fielder, will bat third. David Ortiz is the DH. He'll clean up. Jason Varitek, who was second on the team in stolen bases, will bat fifth. Trot Nixon in right will bat sixth. Mark Bellhorn, who usually batted second, but I'm not doing that, will bat seventh and play second. Billy Miller, who won the batting title the year before in 03, batting ninth, will bat eighth and play third. And Pokey Reese, all glove, and no bat will bat ninth and play short. Kurt Schilling is on the mound for the 04 Red Sox. Defensively for the 13s, Johnny Gomes is in left, 5 and a 4. Jacoby Ellsbury, who's looking for work, is a 10 and a 5 in center, and Shane Victorino is a 9 and a 7 in right. Will Middlebrooks is a 6 at third. Stephen Drew a 7 at short. Justin Pedroia, PD, a 10 at second. Mike Napoli, actually a good fielder. Mr. Tattoos is a 9 at first. And Jared Saltalamacchia is a 6 behind the plate. And Lester, who could never throw to first, is a 5 on the mound. And so hope you're enjoying this. If you're still hanging in there live on Twitch, say hi in the chat. If not, we'll go to a logo for a second. Because I'm going to do something really quick. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I can. And I lost the mouse. Oh, well. So it'll be Damon, Millar, and Ramirez. Johnny at 304 and 04, 20 homers and 94 RBI. Lester deals, and Damon strikes out. Yankee. 1-2 fastball at the belt for strike 3. So a good start for the 13 squad. Here's Cowboy up, Kevin Millar. 297, 18 homers, and 74 RBI. Pitch from Lester. Got him! On an 0-2 fastball. Swung on and missed, and that's 2 for Lester. Brings up Manny Ramirez at 308, 43 homers, and 130 RBI. Lester deals. Struck out the side. Good morning, good afternoon, and an 0-2 pitch looked at for strike 3 and good night. The 04 squad goes down in order. 13 coming up, half an inning in the books. No score. So Kurt Schilling, no bloody sock. 21 and 6 for the 04 Sox. A 3.26 ERA, 226 and 2/3 innings, 206 hits, 23 homers. He walked only 35 and struck out 203 times. The lineup he'll face is going to be Jacoby Ellsbury leading off in center field. Shane Victorino will bat second. David Ortiz, the DH. I think he is the only one that's on both these teams. Until they won the World Series last year, Ortiz was the only player that was on all 4. Dustin Pedroia will clean up at second. Mike Napoli, the first baseman, bats fifth. Johnny Gomes will play first and bat fifth. Mike Napoli at first will bat fifth. Johnny Gomes in left will bat sixth. Stephen Drew, the shortstop, will bat seventh. Jared Saltalamacchia, the catcher, bats 8th, and Will Middlebrooks, the third baseman, bats 9th. And there you go. Defensively for the 04 Red Sox, Manny Ramirez a 3 and a 6 in left. Johnny Damon an 8 and a 5. That's a generous arm in center. And Trot Nixon is a 4 and a 5 in right. Bill Miller is a 5 at third. Pokey Reese an 8 at short. Mark Bellhorn a 7 at second. Kevin Millar a 5 at first. Jason Varitek a 6 and a 3 behind the plate, and Kurt Schilling is a 7 on the mound. And we're going to drop a bunt. Ellsbury puts one down, and Varitek will never get him. Not even a throw, and that's how this one starts for the 13s. The Mustache Brigade, the Beard Brigade. Every little thing's going to be all right for Shane Victorino, 294. 15 homers and 61 RBI. Ellsbury's going to steal. Throw down from Veritek to Reese, and Ellsbury's got it swiped. So Jacoby, who's looking for a job, by the way, is on second. Nobody out for Victorino. 0-1 count. Pitch from Schilling. And there's a ground ball to Bellhorn over to first for the out. You can befriend people, by the way, on Twitch. I didn't realize that, but a couple people have friended. And, of course, you can follow. Here's Ortiz, 309, 30 homers, and 103 RBI. Ellsbury leads off a third, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Schilling. Ball 4, and Ortiz draws the walk. Dustin Pedroia at 301, 9 homers and 84 RBI. Ortiz is not going to steal. 1 out, runners on the corners, bottom of the first. The 2013 Red Sox and the Red Sox, no score. Pitch from Schilling. Pedroia, base hit, right field. Nixon picks it up. Ellsbury will score. Ortiz goes to third, and the 13s have a 1-0 lead. They'll bring up Mike Napoli at 259, 23 homers, 92 RBI. So Schilling has only retired 1. Needs to put some Hines on that sock. Pitch to Naps. Line drive, left center field. Damon has it tracked down. Ortiz will take a lead off of third. Will run on Johnny Damon, no problem, and Ortiz scores to make it 2-0. So Johnny Gomes at the plate, 247, 13 homers and 52 RBI. Pedroia on first, not going to steal. Pitch from Schilling. Got him! So Kirk got him to chase a 2-2 breaking ball, and that will retire the side. 2 hits, no errors. After 1, it's the 2013 champions 2, the 04s zip. And John Lester comes out for inning number 2 to face Ortiz, Veritek, and Nixon. The 04 version of David Ortiz at 301, 47 doubles, 41 homers, and 139 strikeouts. So if you're still awake and in the chat, say hi. Pitch to Ortiz is a fly ball to right. Victorino in the corner. 1 out. Jason Veritek, 296, 18 homers, 73 RBI. The captain of that 04 squad. At some point, you think he's going to be a manager. And as my female friend said from back then, thunder thighs with a wink. Pitch from Lester. Veritek, ground ball to Middlebrooks over to first for the out. So 2 quick out for Trot Nixon. 315, 6 homers, and 23 RBI. 2013 Club 2-0 here in the top of the second. Nixon ground ball to the middle. PD behind the bag at second over to Napoli for the out. And Lester is through the first 2 clean. No runs, no hits, no errors. You go to the bottom of the second. The 13s 2, the 04s none. So it'll be Steve and Drew, Saltalamacchia, and Middlebrooks. I thought about a Nats team because I really loved covering them. I really, really did. I covered this 13 team in the playoffs, too. They still owe me money for it. Anyway, Drew at 253, 13 homers and 67 RBI. In the right, Nixon, 1 out. Jared Saltalamacchia, the batter, 273, 14 homers, 65 RBI. At the time, he had the longest name in Major League Baseball history. And, of course, the Red Sox put the names on the gray jerseys, the road ones. And Saltalamacchia curved all the way around. 1 out. Schilling deals. Got him! He swung on and missed a 2-2 off speed for strike 3. So that's 2 for Schilling. And now I'll bring up Middlebrooks at 227, 17 homers and 49 RBI. One of those Red Sox players, prospects that was given a lot of chances to, a lot of hype, I should say, not a lot of chances, but a lot of hype. And between injuries and he made the mistake we didn't make the mistake, I believe they're still together, of having a relationship with then Nesson reporter Jenny Dell. They got married. I mean, they both got what they wanted out of the deal. But that just, the Boston media had him for lunch. Pitch to Will. There's a fly ball to center. Damon goes back. He makes the catch for the out, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2, it's Boston 2, the 0-4's nothing. So Bellhorn, Miller, and Reese at 264, 177 strikeouts, 17 homers, and 82 RBI. Lester deals, and Bellhorn hits a ground ball to Middlebrooks. On the grass, long throw to first. Bellhorn can run, and they got him by an eyelash on a bang-banger. So that'll bring up Miller at 283, 12 homers, and 57 RBI. I suppose I should tell some stories. We'll get to that in a minute. Pitch from Lester. There'll break up the no-hitter as Miller dumps that one into right field. And there's a one-out single here in the third. Now with, of course, every game being available and with cable, if someone's got a no-hitter going, usually it catch the 9th inning or so because ESPN or MLB Network will do that. But when John Lester threw his no-hitter, of course that was the case then too, apparently had it was against Kansas City, and I think it was at Fenway. And had terrible stuff in the bullpen that night. And I remember watching the pregame show, and Dennis Eckersley is ripping him a new one about he can't pitch, he can't do this, he can't do that, blah, 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 blah. And what's Lester do? Goes out and throws a no-hitter. My boss friend, when I was at the store, said, well, it was against Kansas City. It doesn't count. It was against a minor league club. Pokey is at 221, 3 homers, and 29 RBI. Pitch to Reese, and Pokey drops one down. Napoli will pick it up. It's a good sacrifice. He throws it to Pedroia, and it goes on the card 3-4. And if you're scoring at home, why? It's a fake baseball game. So 9 batters for Lester, 37 pitches, 2 2/3 innings, a hit, and 3 strikeouts. And Damon was one of them. He got the side in the first. Damon's 0 for 1. There's a base hit in the left field. Miller's going to motor. He's going to score, and it's 2-1. 0-4s have 2 hits in the inning and a run scored. Kevin Millar struck out his first time up. Lester at 40 pitches. The amazing thing, you remember most about the 0-4 Red Sox. Pitch to Millar. Got him. So Lester got on a taste on an 0-2 fastball. I'll finish that story in a moment. But the 0-4s get on the board. A run on 2 hits and no errors. After 2.5, it's Boston, the 13s 2, the 0-4s 1. The amazing thing about the 0-4 squad, everybody remembers the comeback against the Yankees, as they should. The only team in Major League history to come down from a 3-0 deficit. Was the fact that they beat a 108-win Cardinal team to win the World Series, and they stopped them. It wasn't even close. Schilling threw 9 batters, 32 pitches, 2 innings, 2 hits. Both the runs are earned. He's walked 1 and struck out 2. Ellsbury reached on a bunt, stole a base, and scored. Everybody gets a taco. This time it's in the left center. Damon will make the catch, 1 out. For Shane Victorino, who's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And that hit him. So everybody whistles Bob Marley. That hit him on the helmet. So Ortiz walked and scored in the first. Victorino says, I'm going to go. Veritek will throw it down to Reese, and Victorino's in there pretty cleanly. So the Red Sox have 2 stolen bases. Inner 6-year-old in me faints. Tomorrow night live on Twitch around 7:30 Eastern Time. The birthday bash continues with a hockey game. My 2 favorite hockey teams, the 1976 New York Islanders against the 1993 Montreal Canadiens from the Forum in Montreal. Ortiz walked and scored his first time up. And they're going to walk Ortiz. For Dustin Pedroia, Petey's 1 for 1. Has himself an RBI single. Schilling 2 on, no 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Struck him out on a 1-2 pitch on the inside corner for strike 3. If you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be my actual birthday when this goes up. So you guys just make it worthwhile. Absolutely. Napoli's had an RBI. Sac fly to Manny. Or the left center. It was Damon, I think. 2 out. 2 on. 2-1, 13s. And Napoli, ground ball, base hit up the middle. Victorino rounds third and scores. Ortiz will hold it third, and it's 3-1 Boston. Now, if you're watching this on the delay on Twitch, and you're seeing this as listed as a board and card game, well, it really is a card and board game. It's kind of a computer version of a card and dice game. The name of the game is Action PC Baseball, and they have all 4 of the major sports, and you're going to see a lot of it featured right here on this channel. And so if you got any questions about it, hang around and just drop something in the chat. We'll be happy to talk about it. Johnny Gomes is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. 2 out, 2 on, 3-1, 13. And there's a line drive to Miller, and that will end the inning. Good catch at third. A run on a hit and no errors. After 3, it's the 13s 3, the 04s 1. And that'll bring up Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz, and Jason Varitek. Now, it's funny because the 13s beat the Cardinals, too. And that's not a knock on St. Louis. The Cardinals and Red Sox have played some memorable World Series. Mostly before my time as far as Cardinal fans are going for. 46, which went to 7 games. Manny struck out his first time up. This one goes into center field. Ellsbury goes way back there, and that ball is caught against the wall. What a play by Ellsbury. Couldn't take a home run away, but he went all the way back to the screen door to make the catch for the out. 1 out for David. Ortiz is 0 for 1. 67, of course, the impossible dream year for the Red Sox, and the Cardinals beat them in 7. The Reds, kind of like the 75 and 86 Red Sox, the 67 Red Sox took the better team to the limit before succumbing. Jim Longborg, of course, the big hero. But the Red Sox beat the Cardinals in both 4 and 13. And as I said, the Cardinals were the better team on paper in 04. But in 13, I would give my edge to the Red Sox. And Lester gets Ortiz to chase a 2-2 fastball for strike 3. That's 5 for Lester. 2 outs here in the 4th. And now I'll bring up Jason Varitek, who's 0 for 1. Lester delivers. Struck him out. 0-2 swung on and missed. And Lester's 59 pitches done through 4 and throwing a gem. Across for the 04 squad. The 13 team leads 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Stephen Drew, Jared Salton-Lamacki, and Will Middlebrooks here in the bottom of the 4th. Drew 0 for 1. Schilling hasn't pitched badly. Hasn't been helped by his defense, and he walks through. That's not what you want. 3-1 offering was low and away, and Drew's going to go. Look at that 94% chance. Salton-Lamacki, by the way, struck out his first time up. There goes Drew. The throw down from Varitek, and Drew is safe. So the 13 team has stolen 3 bases. As I said, be still, my 8-year-old heart. Salton-Lamacki, as I said, struck out. Schilling, interesting Hall of Fame case. He had a great finish. I mean, this was the epic, and of course, the 2 games when he literally had to staple a cadaver Achilles tendon to his own just to be able to stand to pitch in those 2 games. I think one was the Yankees and one was the World Series. Someone will let me know in the comments. He had some great years with the Phillies. They got him in 93. The reason why I don't have him as a Hall of Famer is he had some great peaks, but man, he had some terrible valleys. And when he figured it out, and you can go through with what he did with Arizona in 2001, he was fantastic. But it wasn't a normal career arc. And so, for me, that just kind of leaves him on the wrong side of the fence. Pitch to Salty. Struck him out. An 0-2 pitch, and so Schilling has struck out 4. 1 out for Middlebrooks, and Drew remains on second. Will is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And there's a liner that's going to get through the middle for a base hit. Drew will hold at third. And the 13 Sox are knocking on the door. Through 18 batters, Schilling 3 1/3 innings, 70 pitches, 4 hits. 3 runs so far. He's all earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 4. Ellsbury 1 for 2. He's got himself a single, a run, and a stolen base. Pitch to Ellsbury, and there's a base hit into left field. Drew will score. Ramirez cuts it off and throws it in, and it's 4-1. And so Schilling has not done much in this game. Victorino 0 for 1. He's got a stolen base and a run scored. Here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball up the middle. Reese steps on it for second for 1. Over to Millar. Victorino has wheels, and I believe Pokey turned. No, Victorino beat it out. But Pokey robbed him of a sure base hit, and it's a 6U on the fielder's choice. How about that? So Middlebrooks on third, 2 out, Victorino on first. Ortiz drew an intentional walk the second time up. He's walked twice. Here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball to Millar. Takes it to first himself, and that will retire the side. So the 13s put up another run on 2 hits and no errors. After 4, the 2013 team 4, the 04 Red Sox 1. So it'll be Nixon, Bellhorn, and Miller to face Lester here in the 5th. And Gabe Kapler will pinch hit. Kapler, 272, 6 homers, 33 RBI. What a determined man he is. Got the chance to interview him a few years ago and broke professionalism and thanked him because he was the first member of that 2004 team I talked to. And he was selling, I think he was pushing vitamins at that point, certainly nutritious and stuff in workouts. And, of course, he had an interesting tenure as manager of the Phillies, and I feel bad for Henley Bam Bam Mullins. I thought he deserved the job in San Francisco. We'll see what Kapler does his second go-around with the Giants this time. Lester delivers, and Kapler strikes out. So Lester has whipped 7 with 1 out here in the 5th, and now I'll bring up Mark Bellhorn, who's 0 for 1. Pitch, and there's a ground ball up the middle. Drew with a nice play over to first, and there's 2 out. If you were to ask me who I thought would win this game, I would say the 04 team. I thought they were better on paper. But this 13 squad has done more than hold its own. Bill Miller is 1 for 1. He singled and scored a run. Pitch, Miller into left center field. Ellsbury makes the catch to retire the side. Halfway home here, it's the 13 Red Sox 4. No runs, no hits, no errors. The 04 Red Sox 1. In-game box score, Schilling 4 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He walked 3 and struck out 4. He's thrown 81 pitches for 33 balls. John Lester has not had that problem. 5 innings, 2 hits, a run, it was earned. He has struck out 7. 73 pitches, 16 balls. And scattered the 2 hits. Ellsbury 2 for 3. And Napoli is driven in 2. Pedroia, by the way, Napoli and Gomes as the 13s bat in the bottom of the 5th. Pedroia 1 for 2. He's got himself a single and RBI and struck out. Pitch from Schilling, and there's a long drive to left gone. All Manny could do was turn and watch that hit the screen and the monster, and it's 5-1. Winds are blowing in at 2 from right center field. It's a beautiful night. 72 degrees, and Pedroia just slammed that one right into the screen. We pretend those monster seats aren't there. Don't like them. So 320 down the line and left. And way high up in the screen. Napoli, by the way, 2-run singles first time up. 1 for 1. And there's a fly ball to left. Ramirez will go back and he'll turn and watch that go. So 6-1. Always good to have games that are tight and close. Ramirez, not a blessed thing you could do about it. And Napoli with the home run. When they won in 13, there's a great picture, and I forgot who posted it on Twitter, of Napoli running around in just pants. Downtown, or a neighborhood in Boston. No shirt. I hope he had shoes on. But just the perfect reaction. Johnny Gomes is 0 for 2. He's got himself a strikeout. Schilling delivers, and there's a flat pop-up left side. Miller has it for the out, 1 out. Here's Drew. Steven is 0 for 1. He has stolen a base, scored, and walked. Pitch from Schilling. Got him! So a 2-2, and that's 5 for Kurt, as Drew swung on and missed his breaking ball. Brings up Salto Lamacchia, who hasn't taken the bat off the shoulders yet. He has struck out twice. Schilling deals, and there's a ground ball to Millar. He'll flip it over to Schilling covering, and that will retire the side. Salto Lamacchia takes up half your screen. 2 runs, 2 hits on the back-to-back homers by Pedroia and Napoli. After 5, it's the 13's 6. The 0-4 Red Sox won. Pokey Reese, and then we'll flip it around to Damon and Millar as we start the 6th. John Lester. Only 73 pitches through 5. John Farrell, of course, managed the 13 Red Sox, and Tito Francona, the 0-4 squad. Pitch from Lester. Pokey strikes out. An 0-2 pitch, strike 3 called, and that's 8 for Lester. So through 18 batters, 78 pitches, 5 in the 3rd innings. 2 hits. Pitch to Damon is 1 for 2. Ground ball to Drew, deep in the hole, from his knees over to first for the out. Steven Drew can pick a ball. And there's 2 out for Kevin Millar, who is 0 for 2. Pitch to Millar. There's a ground ball to Middlebrooks. Cuts in on the grass. It's a bang-banger to Napoli, and Millar beat it out. Cowboy up. Napoli says a few words to ID Jesser, and at the first base ump, and ID goes, "What the hell am I doing here? I hate you both." Here's Manny. Manny is 0 for 2. He has struck out once. Lester deals, and there's a ground ball right back to John. Over to first, and that will retire, or maybe not. Yep, retire the side. Lenny DiNardo coming in to pitch for the 0-4s. 5.5 in the books. It's 6-1. The Victorinos. So Lenny DiNardo comes out of that pen. 27 2/3 innings. He had no record. And a 4.23 ERA. 34 hits, a homer. He walked 12 and struck out 21. It'll be Middlebrooks, Ellsbury, and Victorino for the 13s here in the 6th. Middlebrooks has a single, 1 for 2. Pitch from DiNardo. And there's a ground ball to Pokey Reese. Over to first. And for the out. How we doing? It says I got 4 people watching. Processor's doing okay. Ellsbury, 2 for 3. He is singled twice, has himself an RBI. Stole a base and scored a run. Stole a base, got you a free fake taco. Pitch from DiNardo. Ellsbury. Ground ball to DiNardo. Over to Millar for the out. I believe when Ellsbury stole a base in the 07 World Series, he won America a free taco at Taco Bell. We had a Taco Bell here in Burlington at the time. So I sent the wife for free taco day, and oh boy, did I hear about that. Because everybody went for a free taco. Here's Victorino. He's 0 for 2. Sack bunt. Stole a base and scored. DiNardo delivers, and it's ball 4. Brings up David Ortiz is 0 for 1. He has walked twice. I'm not going to steal Victorino again, especially up 6 or 5. 6 to 1, bottom of the 6, 2 out. I want to say I've never seen before I'm about to describe. Game 5 of that 13 series was in St. Louis. And Game 4 was lost on the interference play at third. Will Middlebrooks went to make a play and fell, and the runner rounding third, but Middlebrooks fell in the middle of the base path and got his legs tangled up with the Cardinal runner. And Middlebrooks threw the plate and threw him out, but it was the right call. It technically was interference. You're not expected to run around when the base path is interfered with. And so the game was over on the walk-off obstruction call. Next night, about the 6th inning, about this time of the game, as I said, Game 5 in St. Louis, and Ortiz pulled the team around him in the dugout. I don't know if it's between innings or when the Red Sox were batting. And he coached them, and he pumped them up. I'm sure he said a few things that we can't repeat. And I think that was the turning point of the World Series. Colton Wong got picked off first to end Game 5, and the Red Sox won Game 6 in Boston. But that, to me, just was such a heads-up thing to do, because he had been there and done that. That would have been, his third World Series in all the years he'd been in Boston. And he just pulled everyone around him and said, "Look, I'm going to carry you on my back," which is what he did the entire series. And he won it. And this time, first base side, Millar's got all day. He goes just by the dugout. And that bounces in, and somebody from Springfield, Massachusetts, wearing a Red Sox hat, makes the play. So the count is 2-2. DiNardo deals, and Ortiz sends this one into deep right field. Back goes Kapler in the corner, makes the catch to retire the side. Kapler, by the way, is a 5 out there, and I forgot the arm. After 6, it's 6-1. The 13s lead the 04s. So it'll be David Ortiz again, with Varitek and Kapler to follow. Here in the top of the 7th, Lester, probably his last inning, he's at 87 pitches. He's struck out 8 and allowed 3 hits. Pitch to this Ortiz will fall in for a base hit in front of Victorino. And so a leadoff single for the 04s, and now I'll bring up Jason Varitek, who's 0 for 2. We'll watch Lester. We're not going to let Lester flounder. The pitch. And there's a line drive into left field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Ortiz will round third and hold. Varitek on second. And with Kapler coming up, who can eat a lefty, we're going to go to the bullpen. And it's going to be, and come home for me, Bill Bailey. Coming in. We got a pitching change in this birthday bash game. This game is coming to you from Fenway Park in Boston. Andrew Bailey went 3-1 for the 13 Sox with 8 saves and a 3.77 ERA. In 28 2/3 innings, he allowed 23 hits, 7 homers, 12 walks, and 39 strikeouts. 6-1 to score. Kapler, Bellhorn, and Miller to face Bailey here in the 7th, nobody out. And Kapler, ground ball to Middlebrooks. He throws home, and Salto LaMacchia has Ortiz in a rundown. They'll make the tag, 1 out. Varitek holds at second. That's why he's the captain. And Kapler is on first. 1 out for Bellhorn, who is 0 for 2. If you're in the chat, say hi. Pitch to Mart. Struck him out. And 0-2 on the inside corner. And Andrew is 1 out away from getting out of a big jam. Bill Miller, 1 for 2, with a run scored. Now, we talked earlier, or yesterday, if you're watching this on YouTube, about most disappointing playoff loss. Was it the 78 one-game playoff in 86? And clearly the answer was 86. When Aaron Boone took Tim Wakefield deep in 03, when that was Grady Little's undoing. That was all on Little. And I just felt so bad for Tim Wakefield. I was so convinced that Pedro Martinez was going to get the ball in Game 3 of of that World Series. But when the Marlins ripped through the Yankees, I felt a lot better about that. Like, no, I don't need to get my heart ripped out again. So, age being the better part of valor, it was disappointing, but it wasn't heartbreaking. Pitch to Miller is a fly ball to left. Gomes will have this one in his sights and makes the catch. So the 2004 Red Sox strand a bunch. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. Stretch time here. Last call for your Sam Adams. The 13-6. The 04s won. There we go. There you go. So stretch time here at the old and on the back bay. DiNardo stays in the game. He's going to face Pedroia, Napoli, and Gomes. Dustin is 2 for 3. He's got himself a home run and 2 RBI. 6-1, the 13's lead. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. They've left 6 on. For the 04 squad, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. And they have left 4 on. As I said, tomorrow night, 7:30, Birthday Bash continues with some hockey. Live on Twitch, on demand on YouTube. 76 Islanders and 93 Canadiens right here on Retro Sports Network. Pitch to PD is 2 for 3 is a ground ball deep in the hole of Reese. Man, he's got an arm over to first for the easy out. Here's Napoli, 2 for 2. He hit a home run, too. He's got 3 RBI. DiNardo delivers. Ball 4. So Napoli draws a walk. Here's Johnny Gomes, who's 0 for 3. DiNardo right up on that 30 pitch count. Bailey might start the 8th. But Tanazawa and Koji Uehara will close this one out, I imagine. Pitch to Gomes is a fly ball to left. Manny will turn and watch it hit the top of the wall. That is in the yard, but hit the green stuff. Napoli rounds third. He'll score without a throw, and Johnny Gomes has himself a double. And Curtis Laskanzik comes in to pitch. We got a pitching change. This game coming to you from Fenway Park in Boston. Laskanzik, 3-2 in 04 with 2 saves and a 3.58 ERA. 27 2/3 innings, 24 hits. He allowed 3 homers. He walked 16 and struck out 22. Drew is 0 for 2. He has stolen a base, he has walked, he has struck out, and he has scored. 7-1, 13 Red Sox. 2013. Drew in the right field. Kepler makes the catch for the out, and Gomes will hold. That's pretty shallow out there in right field, and Gomes has, well, he's about a little faster than me, and Kepler's arms is 6. So Gomes said, no, I'm not doing that. And here's Saltalamacchia. Salty's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. Laskanzik delivers. Strike 3 called. Or swung on and missed. So fastball at 91. We played 7. A run and another hit for the Red Sox. The 13s lead the 04s 7-1. Pokey Reese is 0 for 1. Reese, Damon, and Millar to face Bailey, at least for a batter. Andrew got a clean inning in the 7th. Strike 3. Pokey whiffed on the 2-2 cutter for strike 3. So that's 2 for Bailey. And then I'll bring up Johnny Damon, who's 1 for 3. Damon has a single, a strikeout, and an RBI. Pitch from Bailey. There's a fly ball deep to left. Gomes in the corner. Not a lot of foul territory there. 2 out. Can Koji go 4 outs? Koji's going 4 outs. Let's lock this puppy up. Now, that's funny. Koji, if you remember the bearded ones in 2013. He couldn't grow a beard to save his life. So to sit there and look at his picture and see facial hair is funny. Anyway, 4-1 with 21 saves and an ERA of 109. 74 in a third innings pitch. He's trying to hit the last 4 outs here. 33 hits, 5 homers. He walked 9 and struck out 101. That's not a misprint. 9 walks and 101 strikeouts. Millar 1 for 3. He has struck out twice. Koji delivers, and that's a fly ball to center. Ellsbury's there, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 7.5 in the books. It's the 13's 7, the 04's 1. It'll be Middlebrooks, Ellsbury, and Victorino to face Skanzik in the bottom of the 8th. Will 1 for 3. Ground ball to Millar, and that's going to eat him like Thanksgiving dinner. And Middlebrooks is going to get 2. So Millar went to put the glove down and nicked it. Didn't come up with it. Rolled into right field, and Middlebrooks is on with a 2-base error. First error for the 04 Sox. Here's Ellsbury. 2 for 4. He singled twice. Like I said, he can come play for your team. The Yankees cut him. Here's a ground ball to second. Bellhorn over to Millar for the out. So Middlebrooks goes to third. Ellsbury's out. 1 away for Victorino, who was not going to bunt here. Shane is 0 for 2. He did bunt already once. He stole a base and walked. Here's the pitch. Got him! He changed. He swung on and missed on a 3-2 off-speed pitch. And Scott Williamson, who had phenomenal numbers, will try to get David Ortiz. Williamson, don't look at that 0-1. And don't look at that save. He had a 1.26 ERA in 2004. 28 2/3 innings, 11 hits. He walked 18 and struck out 28. 13, Poppy is 0 for 2. He has walked twice. He scored a run. Williamson deals, and big, large father in the right field. Kapler is there, and that will retire the side. So it'll be Manny, Ortiz, and Veritek. The 04 Sox need 6. We go to the 9th. It's 7-1. 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the 13 team. They left 8 on. 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error for the 04 team. And they left 4 on. Here's Manny. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. O'Hara deal. Struck him out. A 2-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. And now bring up 04 Ortiz, who's 1 for 3 with a strikeout and a single. The pitch struck him out. It took a minute. 2-2 caught the inside corner, and O'Hara, Koji's 1 out away. Jason Veritek, the captain, 1 for 3. He's got himself a double. And Fenway rises as 1. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. The ball game is over. So he gets the news, the bad news from the umpire, and the 13 Red Sox do some high fives and then do the hockey line with the 04 squad. But they win this one 7-1. And so the big hero is Mike Napoli. Him and Pedroia had solo homers, but the 04 squad couldn't retire him. 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored, 3 RBI and a walk. 7 run, 8 hits, and no errors for the 13 squad. 1 run, 5 hits, and an error for the 04. Not Kurt Schilling's best effort. 5 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs all earned. 2 homers, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. DiNardo, I thought, pitched well. Minus stuff, again, he pitched all right. An inning in the third, a hit, a run. It was earned. He walked 2. Skanzik pitched all right. An inning in the third, 2 strikeouts. Scott Williamson retired the last batter for the 13s. John Lester, 6 innings, 5 hits. A run, it was earned. He walked 8. He struck out 8. Threw 91 pitches. He could have thrown 105, but he was starting to lose it. In the 7th, Andrew Bailey, an inning and 2/3. He struck out 2. Again, minus stuff. He pitched so well. And Koji, an inning and a third. He struck out 3 of the 4 batters he faced. Okay, so if on YouTube you're actually watching this on my birthday, and honestly, the best birthday present I can get is you guys. You guys are fantastic. All of you. All 452 subs as we do this live on Twitch on a Sunday night. Thank you all so much. It means the world to me. If you're watching, well, tomorrow night, whether you're watching this on Twitch or on YouTube, you get some hockey. It's the 75-76 Islanders and the 92-93 Habs, as two of my favorite teams play a hockey game for my birthday. That will be taped on a Monday. And so I'm Ron Juckett, Retro Sports Network. Follow, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. You get all the games on demand there and live on Twitch at Retro Sports Network. And have yourselves a great night. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you the next time.